I'm sorry. I've had a lot of people ask me, hey, I thought you were going to do an update to that video. How is the probiotic that you're taking going for you? I, I really apologize. I do. So um, it's been going well. I'm going to give you some details about it. I, I apologize again for the delay of the video. I've had a lot of family in town this week. My oldest son was graduating. It's also his birthday, and it's just been kind of crazy. That aside, you know what? We're talking about something that is really pretty personal to people. This probiotic, one of the reasons I was taking it is because I have all these intestinal problems. And you know what? I realized after I made that last video that I have to talk about how that's been going. Improvements or not so improvements. I'm going to spare you the details. So, I want to cover a couple of things about how seed works again and what it is, and some of the studies that have gone into it. But I also wanted to just cover briefly how it's been going. So I am sitting at around somewhere day 15 to 20 right now. As projected in the instructions, the first 10-ish days were a little rough. I don't want to go into any great detail, but third, fourth day, wow, that was rough. It was really rough. After that rough period in the beginning, I started to notice some interesting relief. For one, when you have these types of issues, you experience a lot of bloating, a lot of inflammation, and my stomach just hurts. I just get these pains. It feels crampy. It feels just uncomfortable all the time. And those symptoms really started to relieve themselves after about day 7, 8, 9, 10, somewhere in that time frame. Things were starting to look a lot better. Here's the deal. I have a huge list of allergies, things that irritate my gut. I'm not the best at always sticking to my diet that I'm supposed to be eating. It requires a lot of preparation. And like I said, it just gets busy sometimes working with kids and working with all of the different activities that your family members have going on, work in general. And you know what? Sometimes I don't get all my meals prepared and I show up to work and and bring anything. And most of the menu that we have there, I'm not supposed to be eating. Sometimes I do. So I've tried to give this a true run so far. I'm going to keep going. I feel like there's improvements. I need to continue making changes in my diet. I really do. I feel like it's working out for me, and I'm going to keep going with it. For one thing in particular, I have a lot more regularity in my digestive tract, and the inflammation is much less, and I feel a lot less bloated. So I wanted to go into a little bit of detail about what seed is and how it's a symbiotic. I thought that was an interesting claim. So we know that probiotics are supposed to be good for us. We take these things and they help healthy bacteria, helps our digestive tract to run smoothly, and it provides a lot of breakdown. I learned that there's actually a little bit more to that. And so, one of the things I learned is that this probiotic environment, this healthy gut biome, is not so much like bacteria just living in different parts of your gut, and that's where it lives. It has a lot more to do with the actual traveling of the foods that we eat through our digestive system and that proper bacteria going along with that food as it travels through. And so, it's kind of this like, rather than thinking about it as visiting um, one part of our digestive tract and there being this type of bacteria here and another one where there being bacteria there, it's more like a train moving through a country. And on that train, you need to have all the things that are useful to you. And so on that train, you have your luggage and you have your toothbrush and you have your family with you that you take along. And so it travels along with you. And so this healthy biome that you're carrying around inside your digestive tract, it's moving along all the time, and those bacteria are moving along with your foods. And so, by doing a supplementation like this, I'm introducing that bacterial um, helpmeet to go along with the digestive tract. The symbiotic portion of that is that we have probiotics, and those are things that help to prepare our gut for the digestion of food. They're things that kind of make the environment a little bit more mild, a little bit less acidic. And inside that outer capsule of seed contains some of these elements that really help to decrease the acidity of our stomach and allows for that secondary capsule to travel safely into the digestive tract. There are studies after studies after studies inside this website of seed, and it's really interesting how detailed they've gone into trying to make it very non-biased and trying to make it follow the gold standard of double-blind studies. And so all of the information is there, and they have study after study, and it's really, you can dive really deep into it. But probably the most interesting thing that I found in there was the use of a system called Shimmy. And that is a system that is a simulator of the human intestinal microbiome ecosystem. I wrote it down. I knew I wasn't going to be able to get that out. And so they have this system. I'm going to put a link in the video about how it worked. And this video is already going longer than I wanted it to. But if you want to dive deep into that, how they make studies of healthy cultures for your system, healthy bacteria for your system, that's one way they do it. And so I'll put some links in there if you want to check it out. Like I said, things are going well. I'm trying to do better with my diet. But so far, I'm a believer. I think this has been a good process for me.